Alright, so we get 2 chapters this week for Naruto, which is 699 and 700, but I'm sure you already knew we were going to get a double chapter. In the last chapter, with 700, it's in full color. But again, I'm sure you all knew because there were so many spoilers, everybody going crazy, Naruto forever. Yeah, but I want to talk about chapter 699 on page 12, and there's actually some other thing I want to talk about when it comes to 699, because there's 2 things in that chapter that's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. So I'm going to start off with page 12 of 699 with Darui. Darui actually releases Samoi and this other guy from the gourd. The thing here is though, on chapter 594, Kurama actually states that anyone that gets sucked into the gourd cannot get out. They're stuck forever. So this made me wonder, how are they able to get out exactly? But then the thing here is, I actually researched this, and it's not a plot hole actually, because apparently when it comes to the Cloud Village, they seem to have extensive knowledge on these weapons. And because they have this knowledge on these weapons, it seems as though they might actually know more than Kurama about how these weapons actually work. So given that they probably have more knowledge about these weapons, it's not unlikely for them to actually be able to use it to be able to get these guys out of the gourd, or, you know, have some kind of bypass to get past these, you know, restrictions that they have on the weapons. Because I'm not gonna lie, at first when I first read this, I was thinking like, this is a clear freaking plot hole. This really is. But then I looked up some stuff about the weapons, about the village, and so on and so forth, and it's like, again, they seem very skilled when it came to these weapons. They use it in one of the wars, which actually took out Thabreakmaster and all that, so, hey, I'm just gonna have to roll with it. So if someone says it's a plot hole, quote me, because it's actually not a plot hole. And so the other thing I actually want to talk about that was kind of bugging me with 699 was Sakura. Now, the thing here is I'm really indifferent at this point in time with what's going on with Sakura. So the thing here is, Sakura goes over to Naruto and Sasuke, finally, starts actually healing their arms, and then Sasuke says, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for everything that I've done. And you know what happened to Sakura? She started crying. Because I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel like she just immediately forgave him right after that, after he apologized to her. Because you see later on, of course, she's just like infatuated again with freaking Sasuke, and she's asking, hey Sasuke, can I come with you on your journey? But he's like, no, it's a personal journey. But it's kind of cute because what happens later is like, poking the head, just like how Itachi did to him back in the day and everything, but it's like, I'll see you soon though. I was like, that was actually nice though. That was actually nice. It's just the problem I had with it is just like, I feel like she gave in to Sasuke way too soon. Honestly, this moment kind of reminds me with Naruto and Obito. When Naruto started actually crying for Obito and saying he was a cool guy and stuff, and how I was saying that it's not that you can't have sympathy for the character, but to show this much, it just seems a little too much. I'm kind of having that same feeling with Sakura here. Like, I understand, you know, that's a big moment. He actually said sorry to you, and he's you know, you can also tell that he's actually sincere about it. Because other times when Sasuke came back and all that, you can tell she was already skeptical about him because of the way he came back. He's still self-centered and was about himself. He didn't care. And she can actually tell that. So this time around, she can see that this is sincere and he actually means it. So I can't kind of understand why she was crying, but it's just like, I don't know. I wanted her to kind of be standoffish at first, and then of course later on she'd be infatuated or whatever, because time does pass, because with this particular chapter, time is skipping. So really all I'm really complaining about is just it felt a little too fast for me. Not to mention, there's one thing I actually have to point out too, is that as how Naruto never gave up on Sasuke, Sakura never gave up her love for Sasuke as well. Is that you never try to give up on your love and you keep pushing forward because you're going to get that person someday at some point in time. As long as you keep fighting. And she kept fighting, and you see in chapter 700 they together. Well, they're not really together, but they made a freaking child because Sasuke, it's like a deadbeat dad. He walks out doing something, I don't know what the heck he's doing. It's like I'm making excuses being on journeys everywhere. Shoot, I would actually ask Sasuke, is that actually our child? Because that girl looked like freaking Karin. Just saying. That ninja is cheating. Did I tell you I ever hate that character? I really dislike that character a lot. Way more than freaking Sakura. Just throwing it out there because this is my last freaking review. And I don't like Kiba either. Let's throw that out there too. Shoot. And freaking Shino looking like Cyclops. Let's go. Let's go. And I guess that's the other reason why I actually have a problem, honestly, with the whole thing with Sazu anyways, because it's just, the relationship doesn't feel complete, honestly. Because if you think about it, like, this sucker, you know, he finally is back to normal and all that, but then he leaves the village and kind of just leaves Sakura there. Then he comes back probably later on, and then boom, boom, pow, they have to make a child, and then boom, he leaves again. It's like, this dude doesn't really like to stick around, I see. It's just, I don't know, it's just their love is just kind of weird. It's just their relationship's really, really weird. It's very complicated. But I'll just leave it at that. And oh yeah, there's actually one other thing that kind of bugged me with 699. It was that funeral. You know, there was a lot of ninjas that died in this war. So why is that everybody is just mourning the death of just Neji? Because that was the tombstone we see there, and every ninja was there by that one tombstone. Now, I could be wrong because we didn't see like a big panel of, you know, the whole graveyard and stuff, and to show like other people that are dead too. It just showed Neji's grave. But it just seems as though it's just for Neji, and I'm just sitting there like, he's not the only ninja. I mean, yeah, they're their fodder ninja, but I mean, they matter too, right? Right? I mean, come on. I mean, they're ninja too. I mean, they did their part. I mean, they died, but they did their part, you know, just like how Neji did. Show them some love. That day. Also, it's another interesting fact that we see in 699 as well. They still have that power, the seal power, because we see them hold hands with their other arms, and they actually undo the Infinite Tsukuyomi. There's a clear indication that they don't need those particular arms to use those techniques. It stays with them. And the reason why Sasuke isn't young is because he undid the jutsu, and that in itself pardoned all the crimes that he done thus far. Not to mention, I just gotta say, freaking Sasuke, he's so different, man. Like, this dude is apologizing for everything and stuff. I mean, like, he's a completely new person after that beatdown. That's all I gotta say. Oh, we also got confirmation on the arm thing that Naruto has, actually. It's basically Senju cells, or, you know, Hashirama cells, and they formed an arm with that thing. That's why Naruto actually has an arm. Sasuke didn't take it because he left before he can actually have that prosthetic arm. That you should have been like, well, actually, let me get the arm first, then I'll bounce. That dude, you know, he never got an arm, as we see later on in the show, and from all the spoilers and from the last movie and stuff, you see that he didn't actually receive an arm, but Naruto did. But it's also possible that he kind of wanted to keep that missing arm as a reminder of what he had to go through to become this person that he is now. So, I mean, if you put the arm on him now, it'll kind of like mitigate that message. Alright, so let's talk about chapter 700 of Naruto. With this chapter here, it was just a nice feel-good chapter, you know? Like, this chapter, I really loved it. I just really loved it. Because we get to see everybody's kids and everything, just seeing them, just like, the adorable, like, the children. But we see Boruto there and everything. He looks exactly like freaking Naruto from the T. Like, the only difference is that he only has, like, 2 whiskers on his face as opposed to 3 like his father. And then the girl with the glasses is freaking, Sakura and Sasuke's daughter. And like I said, if you look at that freaking girl look, it's just freaking Karin's freaking daughter. But you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. I ain't saying he cheating, but you might want to get a freaking DNA test, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like they can't do it, because as you see in this one, I don't know if anyone actually paid attention in this, but time has passed and technological advances are happening. Because if you see in one of the panels, behind all the stone faces, there's a freaking city. Freaking Republic City is up in freaking Naruto. And not only that, people, not with all the skyscrapers and all that crap, Naruto is even having a freaking Mac computer right now. Using a Mac computer. So these guys actually got very far in advancements of technology here, which is very interesting. But let me talk about the other kids here, like Shikamaru's son here. And Shikamaru's son looks pretty much exactly like him. I mean, the hair, everything. I mean, his eyes are just a little different, but that's like literally the only thing. I mean, shoot, his personality is just like him too. He's like, wow, what a drag. Naruto's daughter looks just like Hinata, except the hair is just a little, like, you know, spiked up. That's pretty much it. Besides that, just like her. And this part right here. This was my favorite part of the chapter. I was like, oh! Yeah, I turned into a freaking motorcycle after seeing this. Rock Lee. Man, Rock Lee's my favorite character. Again, I'm just throwing stuff out here so people know. Rock Lee's my favorite character of the series. I just wish he did more, but Rock Lee has his freaking son with him training. His son. Freaking just, I was like, yes, I freaking love it. Just, you getting trained, you getting raised well. You have a good father on your hands. You have a good freaking father on your hands. And I'm assuming the mother is probably Tenten, but Tenten's not there because she's trying to sell weapons. I mean, she can't sell them because, you know, there's no war, so, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, she's still trying to sell that stuff, and she's like, it's not working. This is not working. Oh, yeah, freaking, Shikamaru and Tamari, yeah, they're canon. Yeah, so that's the other thing, yeah, because that's where the sun came from, because of them. They went boom, boom, pow. I mean, yeah. I mean, we already knew that was canon, honestly. And truth be told, there were too many freaking moments where there was way too together and everything. Like, we all knew. This was not a surprise. It's just nice to actually see, you know, this in canon and stuff. And again, it's just nice to see that Naruhina for the win, because I know that was me. I'll represent Naruhina, though I didn't care at one point in time. But no, you know, it's just nice to see that Naruhina's there. And then we got freaking Saku, so we got all the pairings here. One of the pairings that was kind of really throwing me off, though, I don't know how or why, but the Choji and that one black chick, I can never remember her name, but that girl. Where did that come from? What? And then you also got Sai and Ino, of course, you know, that's the other couple as well. And then that freaking child is just, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, like that child was just, what happened when you made this child? Like, what happened in the process of creating her or him? I would like to see as a girl because it looked like he has pigtails, but people keep thinking it might be a boy. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. It looks like Sai with pigtails, like seriously, with freaking blonde hair. Hey, do you remember that I said I didn't like Cuba yet? But this boy here, he looking kind of, I don't know, he looking kind of interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It doesn't look like he actually has any kids though, so that's kind of unfortunate. Though he is with this girl right there, so I don't know what's going on. But honestly, I want to say out of all like the character designs and everything, my favorite out of all the kids is actually Asuma's child here. She just looks freaking epic. Like the way her hair is and everything, and how it's like curled up and stuff. Like very similar to Kuronai's hair, but she kind of has like these features similar to her father in a way. Like you can tell they're related. And then we see also Kakashi and Guy here, and freaking Guy, man, like he looking beat up, old. I mean, they're all old and stuff now, but he's in a wheelchair too and everything. Like it's just sad after the whole war. Like you know, he couldn't really walk around again anymore. You know. The Green Beast had to sit down, you know, he had to sit down. And yo, we actually get to see the ex-Kages as well. Freaking Rock Kage, man, he looking decrepit over there, like, he was like, oh man, he's flashing down, like, he ready, he's ready to pass out. And then you got freaking, Tsunade, like, seriously, Tsunade, like, she's still using the jutsu to keep herself looking young, and she made herself look even younger, actually, if you look at her from before and like when she was younger before, and then look at her now, like she looks like a baby face. Like why does she make herself look even younger? Like come on now. And then the Mitsukage, of course, like she looked like she put on some weight a little bit there, but you can tell the age in her face a little bit. But she aged a little bit, but she doesn't look that bad actually. Yo, Nokido, that sucker is so like I don't even know why you alive? How is he alive, people? Just how is he alive? That sucker is so old and this sucker shaking. This sucker is shaking. He's ready to die. Like any moment. He's gonna drop. He gonna drop. Killer Beelus looks cool. I just like his character design, honestly. There's not really much to say about him, but he looks cool. Shikamaru looking like his father. Oh yeah, Udo and Mogi, Konohamaru's team actually. We get to see them all older and everything like that, so it's kind of nice to see them too. To wrap everything up, we have Konohamaru. He's looking much older and everything, all mature and everything like that. Actually trying to act mature too, seeing that Boruto's all messing with the Hokage's faces and everything. He's complaining about that, though you've done that before yourself. Same thing with Naruto and all that. So it's just kind of funny how this is all. You know, they grow up and they see these problems and they complain, but, you know, back in the day, y'all did the same thing. We also see Aruka, he's much older as well. And so at the end of the day, really, when it comes to Boruto just wanted more attention from his father because, you know, his father is the Hokage and he's a very busy man, so he can't always be there with his son, so he's trying to make attention, like pretty much what Naruto's doing, trying to get acknowledgement from other people, which is why he's being bad. He's just doing the same exact thing. But what's actually funny though, when it comes to Sakura and Sasuke's child, their daughter, she pretty much wants to do the same thing. She wants to try to get her father's attention somehow. And she's all thinking all mischievous ways and all that kind of crap. And Sasuke kind of feels that, and he looks around and is like, just my imagination. But no, so it's your daughter looking at you, you know, she can see you from afar. So it's just nice to see like all the characters here. The personalities are very similar to their fathers and the mothers and all that stuff. So it's just really nice to see. I love these characters here. And I'm looking forward to the whole spin-off series as well. Though it's not done by Kishimoto, so it's not really canon, I would say. But I'm still looking forward to it nonetheless. Oh yeah, speaking of Sasuke looks kind of cool too. I like his character design. He looks all mature and ready and stuff. I mean, he looks like his father, honestly. He looks like his father. And so at the end of this chapter, really, Naruto has a meeting with all the 5 Kages, and we get to see all the Kages here. And we have the dude with the freaking that one sword. I can't remember his name. He's the Mizukage though. He's the Mizukage. Can't remember his name though. And then we also got the Tsuchikage, which is actually the woman that was with Inoki. And that one big old fat dude is like the assistant person and stuff. So I don't really remember their names either. They're not that important to me, so I don't really remember their names. So fill in the blank, people. Fill in the blank. And then we have Darui as the Rakage, and the Kazekage, of course, is still Gaara. And Gaara actually here, out of all the Kages, Gaara has the most experience as being a Kage, so hey, he has superiority over here. Yeah, by the way, Gaara, man, you know, what's the hairstyle, man? What's up with that, man? You looking like Erwin Smith with this red hair and that makeup, like, whoa. Oh yeah, I also forgot about this, but what is up with Masashi Kishimoto and Ichiro Oda, like, they like buddies right now. Ichiro Oda had like this little cover art and everything like that, and it had Luffy and Naruto eating freaking ramen together, and we had Vivi in this like outfit, and it had all like the Lee symbols all over the outfit and everything like that, and they was talking about how they're reminiscing with time, like we just best buddies and stuff, and no matter what happens, we still cool and all that and everything, and then Naruto's like, well, yeah, that's true, but you know, highlight that ramen though. And then with this last page here of the chapter and everything, we have Naruto's face covered up and stuff like that because of what his son did. But on the top of his forehead is the freaking Jolly Roger for Luffy. So it's like, what is this? Like, what's wrong? I didn't know y'all like best buddies like that, but that's kind of cool. Because after 15 years of serialization, they were together, so I can understand. It's just, I like that. I like the little crossover that they did there, especially at the end. Just another nice touch again to the chapter 700. So yeah, I think covered everything that was going on with this chapter here. I really did enjoy this a lot. Seeing everyone's character design. I'm looking forward to Naruto last movie. I might make a discussion about that later on, actually, so I still might not have to hang up my Naruto attire just yet. And yeah, it's just, we still have a lot more to go with Naruto, not necessarily with the manga, but we have the movie and then we have the spin-off series, so there's still more Naruto to come if you guys are wondering about it. But again, I'm pretty sure everybody knows because it's circling like crazy. So at the end of the day, when it comes to Naruto and this ending, this is a good ending. I actually felt it. I was feeling it. I feel the loss of Naruto here. But of course, there's still more to come. There's still more stuff that we can still see for Naruto. So it's not over for Naruto just yet. But the manga is done. So I feel that loss and everything. But I like it. I mean, like I said, I'm critical of the series. I'm going to be critical of the series because I care about the series. So, you know, that's why I'm critical about it. That's just how it is, you know. I care about it a lot. I am a fan of the series, and I will criticize it when they're making an issue or having a plot hole or having some inconsistency. It just is what it is. As a reviewer, I have an obligation to do that for this series, and that's what I had to do. But, like I said, overall, this was nice. Oh, man. My reviews for the series are pretty much done here. I reviewed this series, I think, in the early 500s, so that's a lot of reviews, alright? I didn't take many breaks with this series, so it's over 100 or so reviews for this series right here, so it's a lot of work. I mean, over 200 actually, what I'm saying. So I mean, it's a lot of reviews, and this was a great ride, honestly. I'm glad to have reviewed this series as long as I did, and I'm glad you all were here to enjoy and watch my videos for Naruto and everything, and I greatly appreciate all the support that you guys give me and everything. I really do appreciate it a lot. Like, I really do. So that's it for Naruto, people. What should I actually review next? By the way, leave a comment section below and tell me what you think of these two chapters as well. Like you like this review, because this is a lengthy one, but there's two chapters, and I wanted to get as much as I possibly can. Again, expect more videos later, because I want to talk about all the other stuff, like the movie and everything like that as well. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. So yeah, this wraps up all my Naruto reviews, and hope you all have a good one. Until then, people, break out. Believe it.